Good morning, class. Today I'm going to teach you one linear and one quadratic equation, and we're going to solve it simultaneously. First of all, one of this one is linear, like this one has no x raised to the power of 2 or y raised to the power of 2, and this one has power 2 here. So we need to use this linear to solve this quadratic. So at first we start by saying equation 1 and equation 2. Now if you check very well, this equation 1 is so simple. So what you need to do, you use substitution method by substituting either your x or your y. But I decided to substitute and make y subject of formula to have equation 3. Something like this. We have plus 2 minus 5x. This is equation Equation 3. So at this point, we just substitute equation 3 into equation 2. Wherever we see y, we substitute this value to it. That is, this implies that x raised to the power of 2 now plus bracket open 2 minus 5x minus 8 is equals to 0. Right? Now at this junction, we need to we need to open the bracket with the sign, because this sign here is what makes the bracket to close. Now we have x squared plus 2 minus 5x minus 8 equals 0. Now let us collect like terms. There is no possibility of collecting like terms. So what do? Let's subtract. We have x squared. We have minus 5x. Then if you take this from this, you have minus 6 equals to 0. At this point now, we have a quadratic equation, and we can use either the graphical method, we can use we can use factorization method or formula method. Now let us use factorization method. Now if you check very well, there is 1 here. 1 multiply this, you have 6. Now what are the factors of 6 that will give us minus 5? You observe that we have 6 times 1 will give us will give us 6. Okay, let us take 1 away from this value. Something like this. We have minus and we have plus. You observe that this will give us minus 5x. So let us substitute. We have x squared. We have plus x minus minus 6x minus 6 equals to 0. Now at this junction, we solve by grouping. We group the values. So now let us factorize each of the brackets. Now, how many x are here? We have x as common values here. So we bring out one of the x and we divide it. We divide this x from this. So we have just 1x plus 1. Now bring that the negative sign. What is common here? You observe that it is 6. So 6 is common. We bring it out. Now take away 6 from this value. You have x. 1 divided by, now look at this minus here. Minus divide this minus will give us plus. Our aim is to have the same values here. This value should be the same. Now, this minus 6 divided by minus 6, you already have plus 1, plus 1 when divided. We have 0. Now, bring out what is outside. You have x minus 6, which is equals to 0, which implies that you take this 1 to this other side, you have x is equals to 6, right? Now, let's bring what is inside out. Inside, we have x plus 1 is equals to 0, which implies that x is equal to minus 1. So now at this junction, we have gotten x, 2 values for x. Now, let us substitute these values into equation 3 and see what we got. Well, we say when x is equal to 6, what happened to equation 6? Okay, equation 3. We have y is equals to 2 minus 5x. 5x, the x will now change to 6. We have this is equal to 2 minus 30. Right? 6 times 5 will give us 30. Now, this will give us, if you take this from this, you have minus minus 28 as your answer. Now, what happens when x is equals to minus 1 into equation 3? we have y. Remember, we have gotten for x. Now we are trying to get our y. Okay, that means we have 2 minus 5 minus 1, which should give us what? 2. If you multiply these two, it will give us plus 5, which should give us what? 7 as our final answer. So therefore, we have x to be what? To be equals to 6 or minus 1. And y as what? Minus 28 or, okay, at this point we have 7, sorry. We have y as minus 8, then minus 28, or what? 7 as our final answer. So at this junction, we have gotten what we wanted. This is the procedure of solving one linear equation and one quadratic equation simultaneously. Thank you very much. God bless you.